Good morning. It is 8:30 now on this Wednesday, April 3rd, and we're glad you could spend a little time with us. I'm Justin Quesinberry.
And I'm meteorologist Ariella Scalese.
What a month this week has been.
Seriously, though.
Right? Wow.
So don't be a Justin and Ari.
Exactly. Good life advice in general.
Yes, be you and grab a light jacket before heading out. A sweatshirt, a sweater. It's a little bit cool out there this morning.
And do it now because you have a chance to catch this.
Ooh. Ooh.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, weather. You said earlier that we looked like a gender reveal party, which was a way of describing colors I had never thought of. But yes, pink and blue here today.
Right. If you haven't learned yet, I say the first thing that comes to me, and I'm often a little quirky. Weird, some people may call it.
I'm going to let you just keep on with the adjectives that I will not disagree with here. But let's talk about the weather.
Yes.
Some ways to describe the weather today. Colder today, but a pleasant day ahead.
You took my job.
All right.
All right, back to you.
Back to me.
Maybe I'm an odd number person. Because I'm odd. You don't even say that you were going to say it because you were about to say it. And then
It was on the tip of my tongue, yes.
Yes.
And it sounds like a nice day ahead.
Yeah, really, no complaints for today. Period.
Truly? None. Usually there's an asterisk.
I know, there's usually something, but I'm feeling positive. Can I say something positive? I always have something positive to
I didn't say you didn't. And I know you've been tracking this potential for winter weather all week long.
Yes.
So what's the latest?
So honestly, very similar to what we've been saying all week, and we know how tricky this situation is. We knew from the beginning it would be very different from the December event. That doesn't mean there aren't going to still be impacts when people are watching. It does seem like a big difference from a major to a category 2, but really it's not the time to let the guard down. We're going to see just as many big impacts as we go through the next several days.
Right, and one of the points that he made was that Hurricane Matthew did not actually make landfall in North Carolina. So imagine what this storm could do.
Right, it doesn't have to make landfall. It doesn't even have to be a hurricane by the time it gets to you, because I've seen tropical storm damage that is just as bad.
A lot of people in parts of our state are already dealing with flooding, and that's a concern for some people in our area, right?
Right, and this whole forecast, and from last week, we knew the western part of the state would be getting it the worst. Yeah, and I heard people saying, hey, yesterday wasn't cold enough, I want it to be colder.
People said that?
No one said that.
No one said that.
No one said that, but it is going to be colder. It's getting, I don't know, I don't want to say getting worse, it's just getting hotter.
It depends on if you like the heat.
Right, do you?
To a degree.
Yeah.
Got another warm day ahead. It's hard for me not to say hot. You've got this threshold of 90 and up, but it's possible it could reach 90 somewhere, right?
Yes, likely somewhere it will reach 90, so go ahead.
It's going to be a hot day.
I know, you're just really trying to get it out there. It is, I just have...
It's just hot and miserable.
I know. Yeah, it's not going to be miserable today.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Right, it depends on what kind of standards you have. What you're saying is not completely wrong.
She said earlier her doctor said something about the weather that wasn't quite right, but you didn't correct her.
Yeah.
You have no problem correcting me. That's fine. We want the truth out there.
Do you have a PhD? Because I told him I watched his reel before we worked together. You can look up anchor reels and stuff. And I was like, oh, he does not look that fun. He looks very serious. And then little do I know, you get to know, he's professional. You're very professional.
I'm professional.
Me, not so much.
You said it, not me.
It will be our third day in a row with 80s.
And hat trick of weather temperatures.
Taking my joke, yes. 3 days in a row with 80s. Per the Canes advancing to the second round, I thought it was appropriate to call it a hat trick. And I didn't know if Justin knew what that meant, because you didn't strike me as a hockey fan. Okay. But you are.
I've been to more hockey games than you have.
More Canes games, because you're,
Anyway, the weather.
I really just raised my voice at you. I've always wanted to be in a musical. I don't sing, I hardly dance, but I've always wanted to be the kid who does the back handsprings across the stage. You were
I had no idea all of that. I just had a feeling you were probably into that.
Love Broadway. I really wish I could sing. If I come back in a second life, I will come back as a Broadway star.
All right.
Catch me.
Well, we're out of time for weather, but...
You should have brought it up.
All right, beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
A little cool in my opinion, but that's fine. It's seasonable. Sure. It's not spring yet. We are counting down.
You're talking like me now so fast I can't even keep up.
She told me, she said, you become like the 5 people you're around the most, which scares me.
Unfortunately,
but anyway,
that means me.
But anyway, we're counting down to spring officially.
Wow, now I know
we're all in
what
that
it's like
mindset.
to have to sit next to me. It was a lot, a little bit. Yes, I got seasonable out of that. Something about sunshine. It's going to get warmer.
Yep,
I
spring.
feel exhausted just listening to it.
Welcome to my world.
That was what I experienced this morning. How about you?
I've experienced sitting next to you, and that's an experience in and of itself.
We had our first fight like an hour ago.
We had our
TV.
first fight months ago.
Right, I was the one to decide what our first fight was.
That's how I knew we were friends, that we were in a fight. It was
Yes.
never really a fight.
No.
Anyway, nothing to fight about when it comes to this weather.
Yes,
How's that
Justin,
for a
key
segue? I
to
don't know.
transitions.
You really like it when things line up. It's the final day of the week, the final day of the month, and we have a shift in the weather.
And it rhymes. Final day of May.
Oh, there you go.
Everything
what
just
word do you
makes
need?
sense.
What word do you need?
I'm sure I can make a list. They're supposed to be very low maintenance, but
There you
maybe
go.
since I'm so high maintenance, I stressed them out a little bit.
Not touching that one.
Maybe some folks were disappointed that the Scalese scale only went to a 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
But the haircast is going to go all the way up. I see no issues here.
Now, how is that possible?
Science, Justin.
Just
you know,
science.
I wish I could explain it to you. Let's break it down. All right,
Okay.
low humidity,
Check,
no rain,
check,
winds light.
check.
I mean, besides it being warm, but seasonably warm for this time of year, I see no reason that someone's not going to have a great hair day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect example right there. 5 to 5 flawless because of everything that I just listed.
By the way, I love that sparkles. I don't think any of the other ones do.
Nope, I'm glad
Only
you
for
noticed
flawless.
that. Attention to
Details.
Yes.
Details.
I'm Julie Frendak. I'll have an update from the 61st annual Twin City Kiwanis Club Pancake Jamboree.
All right, Julie, I'm already hungry. Thank you very much for that. 6 o'clock now on this Friday, the 22nd day of February. I'm Justin Quesinberry, and meteorologist Ariella Scalese is here in the studio to talk about
Pancakes.
rain.
I can't go on with that. Like, pancakes are my absolute favorite thing. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
used to, when I was a gymnast, I could just like eat like everyone. My friends' parents loved having me over because I would literally
Right.
eat like 20 pancakes.
This
Can't
is a
handle
great
that
day to
anymore.
stay in and eat some pancakes.
I would love to. The Pancake Jamboree. I can't wait to hear more about it. I have to get back to weather, unfortunately. Maybe I'll do like a pancake cast. This time of day, though, I do start to get a little hungry,
Yeah.
if not hangry.
Yeah, time to break out the kale.
Oh, I've been doing spinach lately because the kale.
Wow, getting wild and crazy there.
The kale doesn't blend that well, and then no one likes a chunky smoothie.
That's for sure.
You know, so
one thing we can agree on.
I have a Vitamix, certified pre-owned. No, it was my mom's, but that should do well with the kale. But I've just been having issues, and then I blend it too much, and then it gets so frothy, and then it's a process. So we went to spinach.
Okay.
So I've been acting different. It's because of my lack of kale. Let's take a live look outside. Do you have any other comments?
No. There's never a bad time to eat some barbecue anyway.
Right, and I heard the Dalmatian dog. and
Oh,
puppies.
see, all she heard was dog. All I heard was barbecue, Julie.
We'll have them live in the next hour, so that's
Oh.
pretty
What?
Well,
cool. Yeah.
she's lost all focus now, Julie. Thanks for that.
I really do dress for the weather
Yes.
in a sense of I don't want to be wearing a yellow tank top today because that's warm. you know?
Exactly. That's why I didn't wear my yellow tank top.
Right.
I knew it was approaching summer this morning when I saw in the sky all around me fireflies.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a sure
neat.
sign of summer.
Except I call them lightning bugs.
I knew when I was thinking this morning I was going to talk to you about this. I knew whatever I called them, you were going to say, no, but I call them this.
Right, but I think it is a real thing. I've seen those like funny maps how like one part of the country calls it this, one calls
Yeah,
it that.
I alternate. Lightning bugs, fireflies.
Yeah, either way, that is, wow, that's exciting.
Either way, I saw them.
I know, I briefly got, I was like, oh gosh, it's gonna be like this every single day for the next 3 months, you know? Do I really want summer? And I was like, yeah, I do.
You definitely do because you've been calling for it for months.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I guess so. Let's take a live look outside this morning. Wow, I like it. Ooh.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, looky. What do we call that?
A slice of nice.
There it is, Justin. Very good. Yes. Clouds,
Good boy.
very good.
If you're waking up and you're watching Spectrum News, I hope that you'll get a sense of what you missed overnight and also of what you can expect throughout the day. And maybe we can even give a smile along the way.
In the morning, when people are watching the weather, then they can, set the coffee and go and they can watch the weather for 3 minutes and they have what they need for the day.
So this is my community. This is where I live. I care about schools, about what's happening right here in the Triad.
Your morning news, weekdays 5 to 9 on Spectrum News, exclusively on Spectrum.